In this video, we will discuss about pathogenesis of psoriasis, which is a type of skin cancer. So, in this case, we will first understand how the immune system works whenever this psoriasis is detected by the immune system of the host. And second thing that we will discuss how this Raptiva, uh, which is a drug that has been approved in the past, but right now its production is uh, right now there is no production of Raptiva, or Raptiva has no longer been used for this psoriasis. So we will understand how that Raptiva works towards this skin treatment. So let us first understand how the immune system gets activated in the case of psoriasis. So in the case of psoriasis, we can see the number of skin cells get disrupted, and because of this, what will happen? The antigen from the damaged skin cells will go to the antigen, and the antigen will activate the T cell. The zoom in view of how these T cells get activated is shown in this uh, in this figure, in which case we can see that the antigen presenting cells interact has this ICAM1 receptors. It interacts with this CD11A of the T cells, and also this LFA1 there are two different two different areas by which this ICAM and LFA1 interacts, and LFA1 is also known as CD11A receptors. At the same time, this antigen has been provided by the antigen presenting cells to the T cells, and then T cells get activated, and it then move into the blood. It then move into the blood flow direction, or in the blood vessels, and then migrate into the at the site of infection. This is the step 2, and when they reach the site of infection, then they will act against the damaged T cells. However, this activation of the T cells get over exaggerated, and that might lead to the this psoriasis kind of disease. Or in terms of symptoms, people can see the red rashes on their skin frequently, and this is because of the rapid activation of the T cells and its act against the damaged skin cells. So how this Raptiva can helps reducing this overactivation of the T cells is that this Raptiva can interact with this LFA1 or CD11A, or it will block the CD11A receptors, which is essential not only for the proliferation or movement of the T cells into the blood vessel, but it will this CD11A is also CD11A or LFA1 also interact with this endothelium cells of the blood vessels and helps in this transmigration. So by blocking the CD11A receptors, this Raptiva can work at two different areas. First, it will block the uh, transportation or proliferation, or first it will block the activation of the T cells, and second it will block the for cells that are or T cells that are already activated. It will block the transportation of those T cells, transportation and transmigration of those T cells into the site of infection. So that can be seen in the figure on the right hand side, where this T cells interaction with APC will be disrupted if this Raptiva interacts with the CD11A receptor, and similarly if LFA1 receptors get disrupted, then they will not be able to transmigrate at the site of this so at the site of infection, or at the site of where dead cells are present. So by this way, the immune response can be suppressed, and patients will not be able to observe severe psoriasis condition. So however, one of the disadvantage of this is that the suppression of the immune systems could be so high that the amount of dead cells will continue to rise, and that might cause another problem to the patient. That could be one of the reasons why the Raptiva production has been stopped after it has been approved in around 2000, between 2003. But you can go through the reference and check the exact date when this Raptiva has been approved. However, at presently, that is in 2024, the Raptiva Raptiva's production has been stopped, and it is no longer been available for the medical treatment because of the problems that I have just mentioned. That it might over suppress the immune response, it might lead to the uh, increase in the amount of dead cells that in the skin, and it might cause further problems to the host. I hope you got an idea how this pathogenesis of the psoriasis can work with the help of Raptiva, and what are the problems that it might arise, or what are the side effects that it might cause. So if you need to understand more about this pathogenesis of psoriasis, you can go through the reference that has been provided in the description. That's all for this video. Thank you for your time.